I did a recent video where I talked about a call for action. And in that video, I asked you to share with me the different actions that you are taking to increase awareness of Lyme disease and what you are doing to provide support for those you know who have Lyme disease or other chronic diseases. And a call to action really starts from within the heart. It really comes out because of love. And what I mean by that is it's because I don't want other people to suffer. I don't want other fathers and mothers' children to know what it's like to live with a parent who has a chronic disease that in many ways could be prevented. Nobody should have to be tortured by this disease. Nobody should have to deal with the up and down roller coaster of the everyday existence of this disease. We need to bring awareness, and we need to ask our politicians to increase their funding, to come up with a vaccine, to come up with a way so that Lyme disease can be stopped in its tracks before it starts affecting people internally, affecting their organs and affecting their lifestyle and making them disabled. It's a call to action. It starts from within the heart. We don't want people to suffer. And then the action part is us doing something. And yes, you know that I'm making these YouTube videos. So I am taking action. My goal is to reach out to the masses with this information. I have decided to put myself out there and to reveal the truth of Lyme disease once it starts affecting the neurological aspects of a person, which my Lyme disease has affected mostly is the neurological. And you know, I'm only one person. You know, and that's why I've asked you to take action. I've asked you to share and you know, to be a voice and to get behind this cause, to get behind me, to get alongside me, you know, to be on the front lines with me, to bring this information out there. You know, be brave. If you have Lyme disease, expose it. Because avoiding it, pretending that you don't have it, or that it's not affecting you, or, you know, that's not going to change anything. We need change to take place, and change happens by action. Without action, nothing happens. Now, one of the things that I have done is I have reached out to the media. And today I would like to recognize the Gannett Company, the very large media corporation that owns multiple media sources, for understanding the importance of Lyme disease and its effect on others. And they reached out to me, and I agreed to share my story with them. I wanted to share my story with my local community and larger communities that are further out from me. And I wanted to share it with the world. And media sources like the Gannett Company make that possible. And I'm very grateful to the Gannett Company for reaching out. What they did is, when I shared my story, it went up to the corporate levels. And they wanted to increase awareness of Lyme disease. So they used my story and they used it as a springboard to share it with multiple communities within my state. And I believe it was in 8 newspapers on the front page. And I'm very grateful to the Gannett Company, and we all should be. And please contact them in writing and by phone and thank them. Thank them for sharing the story about Lyme disease and these other stories that inspire people to take action and educate people to do everything they can to prevent this disease and other diseases from happening. It's all about public awareness. The article that they did on me was released the end of June of 2013, and it's titled "In the Dark." And in the dark is how I live most of the time. I mean, I can have an ambient type lighting, and that's why you're able to see me. And I use the special features on YouTube to increase the brightness, but I live in a very dark existence out of necessity. Because when I have bright light shine in my eyes, the sun, anything, I immediately lose my motor functions, my speech and movement, and have seizures. I cannot function normally without a controlled environment. That is what Lyme disease has done to me. And since I went public, others have reached out to me and have shared with me that they also have the same symptoms and multiple other symptoms that I suffer from. I'm not the only one out there. I am sharing my story to bring awareness. And I would like to thank the reporter and her staff for their professionalism, for their care, and for their timeliness in getting this information out. Now, this article came out before my IgM Western blot test came back positive. So it doesn't have all the information, but it provides a very good overview of how I live, what the side effects of Lyme disease are for me, and they provide information about Lyme disease in general. And I recommend that you read this article and that you share it with your friends and your family. I also recommend that those of you who have Lyme disease, that you reach out to media sources and you share your stories. I know it's difficult. I know it's very hard to expose yourself this way. I know that people place judgment and that people don't fully understand, and they won't get it until they get it. But I don't want them to get it. I want to educate them so that action is taken before they get it. And that's why I have gone public. I've gone public to share with others what the chronic effects of Lyme disease can be if it's misdiagnosed and not treated properly. And to ask people to take action and to share treatment options and to build a community for support. And the media has provided support in getting this information out, and I want to thank them publicly for it. I ask you to please share my videos with your friends and family. If you would like to reach out to me, contact me at LymeDiseaseOutreach@gmail.com. I thank you for your time, and I thank you for your efforts in getting this information out to the masses. I wish you all the very best.